Hey, Beth, are you there? I heard that you were taking a few days off of work, but now I've heard that you quit your job. Is that really true?
Sorry, what?
I mean that I have a friend that works for the same place that you do. He told me that you quit because you said it was too difficult having to take care of my parents at the same time.
Well, yes, that is true. It has been a lot to deal with while working.
So then basically you're just telling me that you've quit your job and now you're going to be a full-time housewife?
That's basically it, yes. I've quit my job to focus on taking care of your parents instead. What about it?
If you're going to stop working, then that means you're basically just leeching off of me.
I'm sorry, what? How can you say that?
Well, it's true, isn't it? It's what's really going on here. And you know that I wouldn't want you to quit your job, so that's why you just went and did it without even talking to me first. You were probably going to wait until the timing was right to actually let me know that you had quit.
Wait, no, I'm confused right now. I thought that we did talk about this and that you knew.
Oh, really? And just when would that have been, huh?
I think it happened about 2 or 3 months ago now. I'm not exactly sure. I told you about how Soleil had to move away so that she couldn't help out anymore. So basically, there would be no one to look after your mom and dad while I was at work unless I quit. Not to mention, it would have been more expensive to hire a caretaker. And you even said yourself that you didn't want to waste any money hiring people to do what we could do ourselves.
So then you thought that you were just going to go and quit your job so that you could focus on taking care of my parents then?
You told me that I could do whatever I wanted to figure out how to take care of them, so long as I wasn't wasting any money. You even told me not to bother telling you what I had come up with. But then, even the day before I quit, I still checked in with you, and you just nodded and said that you didn't want anything to do with it. So I didn't really even bother telling you because it sounded like you didn't care either way.
Hold on a second. So I'll leave the care of my parents up to you, and your first thought is to quit your job and put the real work of providing for everyone all on my shoulders while you go and play housewife?
No, that's not what I said at all. I don't think that you're being very fair right now.
I may have said that I didn't care what you did, but I still expected you to work while you were taking care of my folks.
But I just told you why I wasn't going to be able to work and take care of your parents at the same time. When your sister was here, it was totally possible for me to just check in on your parents now and then, but that's not the case anymore. And since you're so against hiring someone, you left me no choice but to quit my job.
Surely you knew that I didn't want you to lose your job. Why would you do something like this?
Do you even realize how contradictory you're sounding right now? How am I supposed to talk to you when you're acting like this?
Look, whatever. The point is that you are not allowed to not have a job. You can't just be a housewife, okay?
What are you even talking about? What exactly do you even want from me? I know that you make enough that if we just try and save a little bit more money, we'll be fine.
You have got some nerve. Do you know that?
No, please, you're getting this all wrong. I quit my job because I felt like there was no other option for me. But if we can find an alternative, then I'm happy to go back to work.
What do you mean? What kind of alternative is there?
I just mean that I've never even really wanted to quit my job in the first place. I was really focused on my career and it was really difficult to quit. But that's not the only issue. Don't you think it's a little unfair how you've put the burden of looking after your parents on me and Soleil?
Are you seriously even asking me that right now? First of all, I don't know anything about how to take care of old people. Second of all, I'm tired when I come home from work and I don't feel like entertaining them or listening to their jokes or whatever.
Do you really think that we never feel that way about the situation either? Do you think it's just you that thinks this way?
Uh-oh, looks like I've touched somebody's nerve. But you don't even work anymore, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Don't try and blame your shortcomings on me. Honestly, if you have so much time to complain, I don't see why you needed to quit your job.
I told you that I wanted to hire a nursing service. It's expensive, but we still make more than enough to afford it.
I already told you that we weren't going to do that. It's just a huge waste of money.
Okay, then fine. This is the only other option then.
It isn't the only option. The other option is that you get off your lazy butt, go find a job, and find a way to do both at the same time.
I already told you that this isn't gonna work. Why won't you listen to what I'm trying to tell you?
You know, if you're really so determined to dedicate nothing to this family while I do all of the hard work, then maybe we should just divorce. What do you think about that?
Hold on just a second. You can't actually be serious about that, right?
Of course I am. And if you don't want it to really happen, then you better keep taking care of my parents and find a new job. I am not gonna let you be some lazy housewife. You will work or else.
Hello, Beth. Do you have a quick moment to talk? I promise that this won't take too long.
Oh, hey there, Soleil. Yeah, both your parents are eating lunch right now, so I have a little bit of time to talk. Oh, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to properly apologize for having you take care of my parents. I know this is not exactly what you pictured yourself doing.
No, you don't have to apologize for anything. You had to move for work, I get it. You really don't need to feel bad for me.
But I know that it must have been really hard for you to quit your job to do this, right?
Well, I mean, we all have to make sacrifices for family.
I know, but Kenny told me how much you were complaining.
Kenny said that I was complaining?
He was just telling me how you were saying that this is all my fault and that you felt like you got roped into this and that I tricked you. Then he started blaming me too and told me that it was all my fault that you quit and that he would have to take care of everyone on just his income.
Kenny really said all of that? Yes, it was difficult to leave my job, but I never said any of that.
Well, I don't really know what to think, but basically, Kenny just spent the entire call complaining about everyone and everything. I suggested him hiring a nursing service, though, and he seemed very opposed to that.
Yeah, I talked to him about that as well. He said that he didn't want to waste any money on it. That was why I had to quit my job in the end. But now he just keeps calling me a parasite and has told me that I have to go back to work and take care of his parents at the same time. It's kind of a big mess right now.
Well, you know what, Beth? I think he's right. You should go back to work, and you should also hire a nursing service, and maybe even a maid as well.
Well, I would really love to be able to do all of these things, but I just can't right now.
Well, my husband is already looking into that little problem, and I think he's found a solution.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, okay. The truth is that my parents have talked to me, and they feel bad that you've been basically forced to be their full-time caretaker. We all talked about what we could do to make this right.
Hold on, you talked about the whole situation with your parents?
I did, yes. You see, we all know how Kenny can get, and so we wanted to make sure that you were all right. We're all going to talk a little more, and then I'll get back to you. But for now, let's just leave Kenny out of this, okay?
Okay, that sounds good to me. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for me.
Hey, Beth, are you there? Have you found a job yet, or are you still looking? I mean it. You better find one soon because I'm not gonna let you leech off of me forever. Do you understand?
Actually, I've already started working if you really must know.
Wait, what? When did this happen?
Well, you're always telling me not to bother you with insignificant stories. I found a job that I can do from home, actually.
Hold on a second, you found a job that you don't even have to leave the house for? That can't be real.
And you know what? I was right. Taking care of your parents and working is too much. In fact, I'm so busy with work that you might as well divorce me. After that, you might want to go and talk to your sister.
Hold on a second, what? You can't just threaten me like that. It's not gonna make me take care of my parents if that's what you're thinking. And if you're just working from home, then that means that you're just making pennies, right? In other words, you're still just a parasite who can't live without me.
Hey there, how have you been lately?
Actually, ever since the nurse that you hired arrived here to help out, I feel like I've been able to concentrate on my job. That was a huge help. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm just glad that we were able to find a job that matched your skills so quickly and easily.
Yeah, I really do owe you so much. In fact, right after I quit my job, I knew I had made a mistake. Almost instantly, I started to miss working. But now that I'm trying my hand at this freelance work, I'm getting a different kind of satisfaction, and it has been a great fit.
That is just really good to hear. By the way, what I wanted to talk to you about was that I think things are pretty much ready for my parents, so I think it'll happen towards the end of next month.
Got it. Thank you so much for letting me know.
Thank you once again for helping me with this. Oh, and I have one more piece of big news.
You do? What is it? What's up?
Well, I found out that I have a friend who works at the same company as Kenny. Apparently, a few months ago, Kenny made a huge mistake at work and was basically forced to quit over it.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? I had no idea about that.
He's still there for a few months while they look for his replacement, but it sounds like he's out of there from the end of next month.
Wow, that is just crazy. How could he have hid that from us? That is huge news.
So then you really had no idea that any of this was going on at all?
I didn't, but now I think I get it. I think I finally understand why he was so determined to get me to keep working while taking care of his parents.
Beth, are you there? Just what the heck is going on? Huh? What is this?
I'm sorry, Kenny, but I'm sure that I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
I just went by my parents' house and it's empty. What happened? I don't understand. What is happening here?
Oh, the house? Oh, yeah, Soleil sold it.
Wait, what? She sold the house? Why would she do that?
Well, since we decided to put your parents into a retirement home, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Hold on, what did you just say?
Your parents, Soleil, and I all talked it out and decided that this is what we wanted to do. But don't worry, though, you'll get your share of what the house was worth. Hold on a second. Don't tell me that Soleil didn't say anything about this to you.
Of course she hasn't said anything about that to me. What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me any of this?
Oh, well, you weren't there when we talked about all of this. That's probably why.
But why wouldn't you tell me something like that? I think that's a pretty important thing that I should have known about, don't you?
Do you think so? I don't know. You're always telling me not to bother you with little announcements.
Well, then you'd better be working your butt off right now.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that if you're not taking care of my parents anymore, then there is no reason for you to be leeching off of me anymore. You are going straight back to work.
But I already told you that I'm working from home. I have a job already. Don't you understand that?
I'm not talking about some job you do in your spare time while on the couch. I mean a real one.
Actually, this job is more or less identical to the position I held before, but can be done online. I found this job through a friend of a friend, and it's making me about as much money as my old one was.
Hold on a second. You're not serious, are you?
Of course I am. So anyways, as I was trying to say, let's just divorce, okay?
Wait, no, this isn't right.
Oh, and another thing. I have been making excellent use of a nursing service for the past couple of months.
You've been doing what? I thought I told you that I didn't want you wasting our money on stuff like that.
Well, it was your sister who was paying for most of it, but it's like you said, if I couldn't figure out how to manage a job and taking care of your parents, then you were going to divorce me, right? Well, clearly I wasn't able to. In fact, I've been doing the exact opposite of what you've been telling me to do, so I think it's time that we just call it quits.
But, I mean, that's not what I meant when I said that.
Anyways, I'm going to be taking on a lot more work in the near future.
Hold on, you can't just go, I quit my job.
What do you mean you quit your job?
I mean that some stuff happened at work and I got into trouble and I had to quit. Oh, please don't leave me. I'll have nothing.
And now you're telling me that you just want to leech off my money?
Wait, what? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, it's what you said to me, isn't it? So it's bad for me, but it's okay for you?
But this is different, please. You have to help me.
No, I think I'll just take the divorce, thanks.
Wait, please don't go. I need you. You can't leave me.
I can and am. You'll hear from my lawyer soon. The last conversation I had with Kenny was on his last day of work, which was coincidentally the same day his parents moved into their new retirement home, where they seem very comfortable. They even gave me a letter thanking me for the time I spent caring for them. As for Kenny, I heard from a neighbor that he does nothing but sit outside and stare off into the distance. It certainly doesn't sound like he's looking for work. Apparently, he wandered off one day and was never seen again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.